Okay, so this is a float tutorial part two. So I've got two images here. You can see I've got a background without anything in it, and then there's me standing on a stool. So I'm going to take my move tool and I'm going to combine these two together. Now it doesn't really matter how you go about doing this, whether you combine uh, the one with the picture of the person or not, doesn't really matter. But what I'm going to do to line this up is I'm going to turn down my transparency so I can see where my layers are. And then I'm going to use some visual reference point within that image to line stuff up. So you can use your arrow keys to line up, and how do you know if it's lined up? Well, it'll be in focus. So once it's lined up, you can turn your opacity right back up, and there we go, it looks good. So now I'm just going to unlock this other layer by double clicking on the lock, hitting OK, and then we can click and drag them around in order if we wanted to. And so I'm just going to name these. This layer here is going to be background, and this one here will be float. And so I'm just going to move the float on top for now. And I'm going to crop this whole image just because I've got a whole bunch of extra stuff in here I don't want. And we'll just simplify this a little bit by doing that. We'll hit enter, there we go. And so now with this image, I'm going to go up to layer and I'll choose layer mask. I'll choose hide all, and poof, I disappear. And I'll take my paintbrush and I'll just increase the size of the brush here, and I will make sure that I can paint myself in. Now you see the mask is black and my paint is black, so I'll flip those around by hitting X on the keyboard, or you can hit the little arrow key there, and then I can paint myself in. There we go. Not a very flattering photo by any means, but certainly an example that we can live with. So here we go. Here's me painted in there, and I'll just go over that just to make sure that I am there. And I'm going to zoom in, so Command plus on the keyboard. I'll take my space bar just to move around a little bit, and then I'm going to decrease the size of my brush, hit X on the keyboard, and I'm going to paint out that stuff that I don't want. And as you can see, there we go. Get rid of that stool that's there, because if I'm floating in the air, there's going to be no stool. And once I've gotten rid of all of this, then we'll move on to the very last part, which is to create a shadow. So I'm just going to finish this up and zoom out. And as you can see, that doesn't look too bad. It's going to fix this up a little bit right there. Oh, maybe not. Okay. And so for right now, that looks okay. And now the last thing we're going to do is add a shadow in here, and we'll look at that in the next video.